Thor's on the way. I love that. Nice little Thor addition from Antibot. It's going to help against the Vikings as well, too, but it's really just going to absorb a lot of damage, I think, is going to be its main
Antibot
purpose.
kind of anticipating this attack, or maybe he just got lucky, but he's going to be set up here in time. I think he should be able to hold that fourth base. We'll have to see. A lot of Banshees in his mix, actually.
These Marines push so much further than I think they're going to. It's still not enough, but, man, Spud's Marines are just beastly. Is he going to break this base? These tanks are in a really good spot. The Banshee is working on it. The Marines are trying to push the Banshees back. The Banshees are so low in hit points right now. Like one Viking volley for each one of them. Here we go. Viking does show up. Okay, maybe a couple Viking volleys for each, but still, it's enough. Yeah, he gets the base. That's incredible.
No float off either.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to hold. He was moving his army, getting set up in time, got his siege tanks up. Yeah, like once again, it comes down to the air superiority, and this time Spud had it.
Just barely,
Those poor
though.
Banshees were able to just kind of have their way with the siege tanks. That would have been a different story.
Well, Antibot took it back, though, so just unfortunately a little bit too late for Antibot. Is it going to just be that scenario where it's like, Antibot's winning, doing so good, and then just, like, you can't even really identify what goes so wrong. It just can't keep up with the pressure. Where are you going, Thors? All right.
Yeah, a little Thor hit spot.
They got this. We're going to, hey, it's important. Do some counter damage. So we'll see if it can get anything done here as these tanks just continue to push forward. There's like no support for Spud's tanks. I'm so surprised they're still pushing forward right now.
Yeah, and
so little support.
Having some high ground issue.
There we go. It's a Viking.
Yeah, two Thors in the middle of a reinforcement line is gonna like no reinforcements are gonna be able to kill two Thors. He's just gonna be walking through all that stuff.
Is this what turns it
It's
around
really
for
hard to
Antibot?
call.
It might be.
So many things are looking good for Antibot, but then you look at the mini map. It's like, no, wait, he's down 4 bases to 6, or 4 bases to 5, and he still hasn't dealt with his siege line.
If
Antibot's established a new 5th base. He has air control, so you notice his tanks are able to siege the opposing tanks without taking any damage in return.
Those Thors were huge, man. That was so important, I think.
Rip your reinforcement line, man. Like those Thors plus I had like 10 kills each. I love to see a kill count on those things. A lot of it was Marines, but he also picked off a tank. He picked off some Marauders. He picked off a couple medevacs.
Viking.
We got another trapped SCV at 12 o'clock out of Antibot.
Is that Antibot's signature move now? Trapping the SCVs.
Well, technically they're not trapped. Once you mine up that mineral patch, it'll take a long time. It will free the SCV. He did free the one in his main base by now, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
are really good at cutting through PFs. And so are Marauders, so I don't suspect this base will survive.
No repair, so yeah, it's definitely going down.
I can't believe it. Antibot on the offense.
We're doing it. Antibot's doing it. And yeah, even any Vikings that come out for Spud, Antibot's got plenty of Vikings now. Yeah, it really was that tipping point with the reinforcement line dying one by one. Once the main army's cleaned up, all of a sudden there's not very much army left. And but here we go. Spud gonna hold.
Yeah, he's kind of going into his own meat grinder. If he just stayed back and let that choke point work for him. So he lost all of his bio, but I don't know if Andy's going to get up this hill. Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
I think he will.
Those tanks are on siege now.
The Viking count's so high.
Yeah, this is definitely Antibot's game. Very good. If there's
what
one
a turnaround. Sorry, if there's one bot, what?
I mean, if he lost this game, he would have been shut out for the tournament.
Yeah.
Where every single game he looked good.
Yeah, we haven't seen a bad-looking game out of Antibot yet. You're totally right.
Definitely not.
Just some unfortunate happenings that just kind of turn around. But man, this was a beautiful game. I love the double Thor. That's just such a nice addition. So tanky. They've killed so much. Yeah, can we click on some Thors? We got 9 kills on one. I got to see some Thor kills here. Oh, they're so low, too. A couple of them are so low.
And if there's one unit that
20
makes Planetary Fortress
38.
useless, it's the Thor.
There's the winner. 38 kills on that bad boy. That must have been one of the first ones.